Area, formula method without grids. So what is area? Space occupied by a flat shape or the surface of an object. Why? Helps with fabricating items. Interesting fact, giraffes are ruminants. This means they have more than one stomach, then they have four. Okay, and then all these help with digestion. So let's go ahead and talk about the area formula, which is length times width. And we're going to use that for each one of these examples that you see in the next few seconds. So let's go ahead and talk about the steps. Step 1, multiply the length and the width. Step 2, make sure to add the units at the end. Now let's take a look at this first example. Find the area of the shape, or as you can see, it's four-sided, so it's a rectangle. And so now we're going to go ahead and write down the area formula, which is length times width. And we're going to pick two numbers, the length and the width, and they have to form an L or a 90-degree angle. So we need to pick and I picked the left four in the top two, or you can pick the right four in the top two. They're still going to give you the same answer. And let's go ahead and show you what that is. And so we do 4 centimeters times 2 centimeters, which means my area is 8 square centimeters, or 8 centimeters squared. So let's take a look at the next example. Here we have it, and we're going to go ahead and write down that formula, which is length times width. And once again, we need to pick two side lengths that form an L. And when we do that, we get 4 centimeters and 14. And so then we need to go ahead and multiply those two numbers together, and we get 56 square centimeters, or 56 centimeters squared. Now, let's take a look at the next example. Oh no, there's only two numbers, okay? And that's okay. Why? Because, let's take a look. Area is equal to length times width, and therefore we can go ahead and pick two side lengths that form an L. And then we have it. So now let's go ahead and multiply those two numbers, and we get 32 square centimeters, or 32 centimeters squared. Now let's take a look at this last example, and we have the same issue as we did last time. Perfect. Do the two side lengths given, do they form an L? Let's see. So area is equal to length times width, and then, they do form an L, or a 90-degree angle. And now we can go ahead and multiply those two numbers together, and we get 104 square centimeters, or 104 centimeters squared. Okay, so now it is your turn. So go ahead, and you have 5 examples. So go ahead and pause the video so you can take your time to answer these questions before I show the answers in 3, 2, and 1. If you got these correct, well done. Also, if you put squared centimeters instead of centimeters squared, you still have the same, they're still correct. So if you got them correct, well done. If you didn't, there's always tomorrow.